This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. This video is intended for viewers of the age of. There are countries with enjoying plants. I do not encourage.
Okay, let's check this. I haven't added, well, I tried adding a little bit of water here just before. This is how dry these plants are as I'm using the mistants, and they're just wet the leaves itself. It doesn't wet the ground, meaning that once in a while I just top this up, I guess. And this is why it looks so freaking wet. It's not actually so wet. Even here you can see it, and over here. I've been using some leaves on top of this to see how much of the moisture it's retaining, and it's doing quite well this far. This plant is doing excellently, and over here these as well. And even though I'm just gently misting these girls, they are actually in full flower and happiness. Check that out. That girl's a little bit dryish, but with the watering or the misting, it's keeping it all nice and wet. Mother plants over here, I use these buckets now and again just to water them, give them a little flood, and yeah, that's all good. Plant remains happy. Check this mother plant out, looking beautiful with these little birds of hers, looking like generally brilliant little plants. What is this? Looks like something's on my plants, don't know what. Like a carcass of a hornet or something. This plant, low stress strain through the fencing. She's beautiful. Her clones over here, you can see the heads forming. We're gonna feed today, gonna make a little compost tea, and I'll put that one out later on. Everything that I'm putting in on the compost tea. Put in some other stuff as well, and this is how I'm growing. I actually added a tiny little bit of sugar to my mix. I don't have molasses, I don't have honey, so I decided I'm gonna go with a little bit of sugar, and this far not hurting the plants at all, just helping it along, and just a little, as I don't want to give too much. The two girls in a pot, they're doing brilliantly. For a while I thought that they were getting some light, as they looked like they were re-vegging, but it's all good. Check out little sour diesel here, low stress strain, and look at this. This is what's happening over here. Getting those hairs are getting nice and dark now. So I guess we're past that pollination phase, I'm thinking. But that's a sour diesel over there. This is a northern lights over here, showing some brilliant heads. This is a indica dominant plant, I think, because this girl makes me nice and relaxed. Something like that. One of these girls, low stress, trained a bit. And this is the hairs we're forming from her. And this little girl in the pot, I think this is a sour diesel. Yeah, that's what's happening. The little northern lights over here. One transplanted. This is the only surviving one, actually. She looked like she's springing back, but not too much. I might use this one for medicinal use or something. Here's a sour diesel. This is what I have been looking for, as to grow a small plant, low stress strain through fencing, many tops, and showing a nice little bud over here. Look at this. This head is looking brilliantly. She's beautiful, as well as the rest. This is sour diesel, brilliant. Northern lights over here, clone. This was one of that last clones that I made. This is it. And yeah, I'm getting a few tops from her, which is brilliant. The mother plant that's been grown now for 2 years, carrying nice bounty. Again, just wash from this side, and over there it's another plant that's been grown into a little bush, which is brilliant. Let's check out the undefoliated one over here. She's showing some brilliant large flowers over here. This girl actually just got low stress strain. I branched branches out the sides, And this is the tops that I'm getting from her. Don't mind the neighbors. They're listening. They're hearing. Anyway, let's go. What is this? Some more northern lights over here. Let's go check out what I'm doing with a plant where I'm re-vegging something. Ooh, whoa. Okay. This girl, I'm gonna put a little picture up here what she looked like, but this is where she's going now. I'm keeping her under this little Timu veg light, and what I'm trying to do is actually re-veg her like I did this little plant. This plant was in full flower, and it's slowly, because it's getting extra light, it's re-vegging, and I'm gonna grow this through to winter, as well as this one. If I can re-veg it and revert this flower back into a growing plant, then I can use this plant as a mother plant, as to clone more of her, as this is sour diesel. These as well, these are sour diesels, and because I know they're female, actually, because I saw some flower forming on them, and I snipped those down, for the sole reason that I just wanted these plants to grow a little bit more. And I guess I'm doing it, and also then I'm weaving it through this moss bowl as to make a little ornamental plant as well. What I just do is stick the top through, grows through, and one of the branches will start growing out again, and then weave and weave and weave. And in the end, when we do flower this plant, she'll have many branches, which means more tops. Yeah, but we'll just see if we actually do it. This light is on a timer. This, I think, is a mile, but I'm not too certain. I'm gonna put this one out, just waiting on most. I actually put it under the vegetative light, as just to keep it in a type of stasis where it doesn't form any balls. Same with this one. This was Pride and Joy. I'm doing some nutrient experiments on him, actually. This is a known male. I've been snipping off all the tops that's making balls as to do that, and yeah, just gonna see what happens from there, what I'm gonna do with this. But yeah, this one I'm just waiting on a little bit, keep it in veg, and then later on I can bring it out of veg in winter, and then see if there's any balls. If there's balls, I might pollinate, but further on I'm not too concerned. It's unfortunate to lose such a plant, but then again, I am also gaining some knowledge, so every loss should be seen as a win. Over here in this spot, because it didn't have any drainage, I stopped planting any cannabis in it. So now I just plant there's some tomato, I think somewhere here some garlic that I just stuck in the ground. There's indigenous plants. These plants are indigenous to this region, desert region as it is. And there's lots of clover over here, but yeah, just keeping this wet. And yeah, can't plant any weed in here. No drainage, who knew? Over here as well, keeping the clover over there and seeing what grows and what this plant actually wants to grow with. This was a low stress strain of the previous year, and I didn't break it off, and you can see how it just weaves through this moss bowl. So I'm gonna do the same here, and just see, this is a little plant over here that's been growing. So this is in veg in the whole time. If I put up more of this light, I can keep this entire area in veg, and thus keep my plants in a perpetual vegetative state and have seedlings. And this would be within the scope of the law here in South Africa, I think, to have limitless seedlings, but only have 12 flowering plants, which I have. Those are 12 flowering plants. Leave a little like because you watched till here. Thank you for watching. Now go out and irritate somebody with this video by sharing it.